This is the Animal Alston. Welcome to OnSight.
This has been long awaited. We've been trying to pin this one down.
Sir.
Welcome to OnSight. Alright. So the first question, we just typically like to get it out the way so everybody watching this can know. How did you come up with your name? And what was the thought process behind that?
When the Animal Alston came from middle school, I used to rock the hallways, bebopping and all that, rapping, recording different artists around that time. And we had fun with it. The Animal really originally came from when I was dunking with my football equipment on.
You was what?
I was dunking with my football equipment on, helmet and all. I always wanted to be different. I always wanted to try new things. So.
You gotta expand on that one, but that's
right.
Go with that one.
Right, you dunked in your
football equipment.
Dunking my football equipment.
Let me ask you something. So dunking in your football equipment, were you on the basketball team too?
I was on the basketball team.
Wow.
Shout out to Coach Alcott, one of the best coaches in the world, by the way.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's dunking in football equipment big. I don't want to beat that too much. But tell me something. So you said you was up and down the hallways, bebopping and rapping.
Right.
So this is high school?
This is middle school.
This
started
is
in middle school.
So what age would you say actually you want to place yourself at for when you started rhyming?
13 years old.
13?
13.
Okay, all right. Did you discover it before then, or did you already just soon as you discovered it, you was ready to go?
I like the way it felt.
Right.
The power.
Right.
The energy.
Yeah.
It felt good. It took me to another world, you know.
Yeah. Was there a moment like where you was like, man, like I'm gonna be honest, when I first seen Run DMC,
Right.
like I'm dating myself, but when I seen Run DMC, I was like, oh smack, I love this right here, and then it was over from there. Was there a moment that kind of captured you and said, hey, you gonna do this?
I believe around that time, I could say most definitely Run DMC.
Okay.
Made me feel like that. Rakim, MC Light, you know, Biz Markie.
Okay.
Feel like that. Wu-Tang, of course. Around that time frame.
Wu-Tang.
So, most definitely.
Alright, so now I'm gonna just cut through the chase. Tell me about the record FUB. We done discussed this in the past, but I don't want to waste no time.
FUB is a song. You know how your mother give you that warning? Don't do that. And you do it anyway. That ego, that monster in you. And, you know, you in so-called love and you don't understand everything about life. And you go forth and you do it anyway and then you pay the price.
Okay.
So the FUB is basically a song talking about how I know I messed up, I'm admitting it. So everything that was done wrong to me, now I'm getting my revenge now that I know.
For sure.
See what I'm saying? So I learned the balance of that. But I had to learn the hard way. So I'm glad God pulled me out of that.
Man, listen, I heard that album.
Yes, sir.
Dang, that nice. Dang, that nice. So have you heard anybody like say, damn, bro, can you tone it down? Have anybody said that about that album, or they already know, like, coming from you, you're not gonna pull no punches?
I think that's a man's anthem. Women have songs all the time where they hate us, so we can do it in return. We get tired too.
Man, I love that.
Yeah, we get tired too.
Because when I heard that, I was like, we talked about it, and I was like, yeah, I get that right there, because a lot of times we get bashed and bashed and bashed, and then nobody really want to stand up for us.
Right.
So I like the fact that you stood up for us on that. Who or what would you say has the biggest influence on your hip hop career thus far?
Man, that's a good question. I think Nas. Nas, most definitely. So consistent.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just every time you turn around, it's boom. You just don't know when he coming. When he coming correct.
Right.
So I follow that.
Anything particular about Nas besides his consistency? Anything about his style or his career that you like?
What I like is he's prepared. In life, you got to be prepared at all times because you never know. And that's what I like about Nas. You know, he pushed that, and he continue to push that.
He does.
And he's for his people too.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know he's a tech genius, right?
Yes, sir.
This guy's made some investments, and he didn't even need rap no more.
There you go.
And he still dropped 2 more albums.
Right. Outside of the box too. Got to think outside of the box, especially in the sand trap. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, do you have any business ventures that you got going on right now? You care to share?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Got a clothing line coming. Okay. Animal Alston has always been a brand. It's always been my thing, and I want to push that. You know, and the meaning of that is, you know, stay focused.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Believe in you, because there's so many of us that don't believe in ourselves, and we look for the audience.
Right.
And you don't need an audience. Just believe in you. The audience will come.
Right.
So that's my brand. I'm standing behind that strong.
Man, that's beast mode
Sure.
right there. That's definitely beast mode. Okay, so in North Carolina,
So,
nowhere else, just North Carolina, who would you say between, I'm going to say, the Baby, Petey Pablo, and J. Cole have influenced hip-hop the most?
the most. Let's talk about Petey Pablo.
Right.
Because everybody want to take their shirts off then. You know what I'm saying? And he represented in Raleigh when he dropped it.
Right.
And had one of the biggest producers in the world
For sure.
on his record. So
sure.
that's amazing.
That is amazing, man. Man, you keep coming with them good answers, man. Alright. So, then we're going to talk about I Love You. Tell me about that track, I Love You.
Right. Well, shout out to my beautiful wife. The song was about her, how she pulled me out of a bad circle, going through things in my life, how she rebuilt me. And I feel as though every artist that has that in their life should do a song like that to appreciate their wife, appreciate that life, you know. I don't think we talk about it enough, so. I'm from a background and family where, you know, the woman, you gotta love the woman. You gotta appreciate the woman. They go through a lot, you know, so you gotta appreciate it when it's right and when it's real.
Right. It's hard, I think, for some artists to understand the significance of talking about your wife in your songs.
Right.
So I definitely applaud that, because a lot of times across the board, it's like, you know what I'm saying, they talking about this and that with the women, and it feels like disrespect sometimes, but you know, like you said, it go both ways. What was the reaction you got when you first played the song for her?
Man, that most incredible smile I've ever seen in my life. She appreciated that.
How was that hug? Because I done got one of them crazy hugs.
And that first hug, you know, when you know you're sure she the one, you don't want to let her go.
Yeah.
First hug. You know
like to choke your neck, man.
Yeah.
Like you want to say, get off me, but you want that hug. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Yeah, that's that hug right there, man.
Definitely. I started Synthia during the pandemic. My parents bought me this candle kit to keep me busy, but my love for crafting quickly turned it into a business. Each candle is 100% soy wax with hemp wicks. Hand poured and made with love. This is the part of the script where my dad would say to buy some candles, but you're gonna do that anyways. Help support future pilots.
Alright, so we're gonna get into this one right here so we can be a little controversial.
Gotcha.
So everybody watches Versus. Everybody. I'm gonna be a little honest with you. I haven't watched the one episode of Versus. I keep up with it because everybody ruins it for me before I get to it. You know what I'm saying? But I do keep up with it, and I hop in the conversation because the body of work is still relevant, and if you know about the artist, it's still relevant. So with that being said, between P. Diddy and Jermaine Dupri, who do you think should be, you know what I'm saying, the unanimous winner in a Versus? Respectfully though, you right?
Respectfully?
Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri is a monster. I think he's overlooked.
Yes, sir.
I think he's overlooked.
Yes, sir.
Who didn't want to put their clothes on backwards? Who didn't want to be like the brat? Come on now. You know what I'm saying? He's overlooked. Jagged Edge. You know what I mean? Come on now. All these different names I can come up with. I mean, he's a monster.
Don't forget Bow Wow now.
Yeah, Bow Wow, most definitely. My little sister drove me crazy in the little Bow Wow era. Yeah, but most definitely that.
Yeah, and he heavily influenced the music scene when he was like 13, 14 years old.
He put Atlanta on for sure.
You know what I mean? Like these girl groups, TLC and SWV and all of them. He was moving around when they was doing their thing. Right. You know, so and not to put no stank on P. Diddy, what do you think about P. Diddy's career?
P. Diddy's career? He's a businessman. It's the business. P. Diddy gonna be P. Diddy. It's just the name of the game. Right. You know what I mean? You gotta go in knowing. It's the way it is.
True story. You know. True story.
He's a legend in his own right now.
Would you say he's an icon?
Most definitely that. I mean, look who we put on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody that he put on, platinum artists.
True story.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You know? So he's most definitely a legend, no question about it.
Right. Yeah. You know he had Jeezy too, right?
Right.
From the OnSight, like
yeah.
Boys in the Hood. I wish they would have kept Jody Breeze though, cause
oh man,
I think
tough.
If they would have stayed together and kept Jody Breeze with him, that would have been some daggone. All right, so when you hopping out the bed, lean up and checking the time. Oh smack, I gotta go. What piece of tech? And you know I was gonna ask you this. Do you gotta have readily available to you at all times when you leave the house?
My iPhone.
Oh, stop before I can say phone. Oh, okay, all right. So
definitely that.
All right, and is that a preference? The iPhone, or is just really whatever phone you would have to have it on you?
Most definitely have to have an iPhone.
Okay.
And that's where the wifey can FaceTime your kids, you know. Make sure they straight.
Okay.
Most definitely that. Gotta have that on.
All right. For sure. All right, so tell me about your crew, cause you know, I know you, and I know you deal with squad.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying? That's a big thing. You got a squad with you, and then your brother is one person that y'all roam in a circle that's just humongous. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's crazy that both of y'all move separate but together and still effective. Tell me about that.
Right. Got a squad, AMI. Shout out to Superbad and Top, DJ XXL. And also UBP, which is heavyweight. Those two squads are amazing, man. We do amazing work together. Come up with the best work together. And that's how I pretty much all started. Just come up with different ideas. You know, what we gonna put out, when we gonna put it out, how's it gonna sound, you know, all that good stuff. Pretty much just branching and getting different, and brainstorming, getting different things from each other. That's pretty much how it started out.
Okay. Do you think it makes it easier for y'all to work together since y'all are brothers? Then you know what I'm saying. If y'all weren't,
Heavyweight is a businessman for sure. He most definitely a businessman. I mean, I think it runs in our family. We all want to have our own thing going, so most definitely a businessman. It's the way we were raised.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Okay, so talking about business, one of the sponsors of this channel is a Charlotte-based water company. Did you know we had a water company in Charlotte?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you familiar with the person that owns and runs it and operates it? They're from Sanford.
Okay.
Actually, Aaron Alston.
Gotcha.
Are y'all related?
Actually, we are.
Y'all are?
Actually, we are.
Okay, I kind of want to sashay into that.
Matter of fact, we slapped hands, what was it, last week? I seen him for the first time in years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to try the water?
This will be my first time.
This will be your first time?
My first time.
I like the design. It's just, it's beautiful how they got it. Do you know what their slogan is? It's drink clear, think clear.
There you go.
So like they have a spring water and they have an alkaline water. So a lot of times when you go get water from one company, now everybody's doing the alkaline water. I like spring water. Now alkaline water is healthier,
yes, sir.
but I like spring water because it got that little taste of grass in it.
Oh yeah.
It's just
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah. So, what do you got coming, like in the future, as a full project?
Full project. We got grown folks business coming. That'll be probably say by next month.
Okay.
Get all the loose ends. And we got a brother from the same mother.
Right. We talked about brother from the same mother.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this joint you did with Top.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was killer. You fucking up people's kitchen.
Yeah, man. It's one of those songs he brought to me and said, you need to get on this. You need to put your rawness on this. So shout out to Top. Actually, we go way back to kindergarten. We still tight to this day.
Okay.
Way back. So.
And that's DJ Top?
No, he's a rapper. Top's
He's a rapper. Okay. All right. So so it's you on the track. It's Top. It's Heavyweight, and it's Super Bad. Who was the other person that's on the track?
Top, Heavyweight, Super Bad. I don't know the other cat.
See, that's what I was like. Who is this other person?
Yeah.
The name, you know what I'm saying, stuck out. I was like, who is this other guy? He slid in there. He did his thing. You know what I'm saying?
He dope.
Yeah. So the track, it all came together. I like that.
Yes, sir.
I just you caught me off guard with the fucking up somebody's kitchen, and I was like, oh, he just he's always gonna be rude with it.
Yeah, it gotta be. You know when your mother tell you to do something, it gotta be done. Back in the day.
Yeah.
You know when you hear your mother's voice. And sometimes you hear your mother's voice before she say something. So you get it done before she say something. Okay. When you get too used to the routine. So that's where I get it from.
Gotcha.
Yeah, most definitely.
So was you always like in trouble?
No. I was laid back.
Oh, you was laid back?
I was laid back. I get that from it runs in the family.
Who always pushed the I wanna say the needle, like was always about to get a whooping?
My brother and my brother Antoine. That joker there. Pet bull on wheels, man. Pet bull.
So you got to dodge him because you was laid back.
Yeah, laid back, man. Yeah.
Okay, so now this is one I have to ask you. I don't really like to do the ranking too much. Plus, it's a lot of people that do ranking. So I like to slide into another lane. You know what I'm saying? Stay out their way. If you was gonna name, and you only had one choice, who the GOAT was worldwide in hip hop, right now in hip hop, like, you know what I'm saying? they standing out like they the next GOAT. And then in the sand trap in hip hop, who would you pick on those 3 levels? Worldwide, right now at this era, and in the sand trap.
Say J. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
He's a true representative. He stand behind who he is. He's not trying to switch up with nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. Okay.
Most definitely that.
Okay.
Most definitely that. Sand Trap. I love the Sand Trap. A lot of people sound the same to me. You know, but I love the Sand Trap.
It's hard, isn't it?
Ooh, it's hard. Because everybody doing their thing right now.
Yeah.
I would say Top.
Top?
I'm going to say Top.
Okay. I'm about to check out Top then.
Top's amazing.
You put him on the, you know what I'm saying? You put him on the spot with that.
Top's amazing.
So with you naming Top, I also want to ask you, is there any crews or any people that you work with that you want to salute or shout out, big up, you know what I'm saying? Let them know, hey, look, you know, y'all need to go check these guys out.
Most definitely. I would say Benadine coming back.
Okay.
Most definitely Benadine. They coming back. They coming back strong.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Let's see. That'd be pretty much it for me. I don't really know too many crews.
Gotcha.
Cause my era is totally different. So you know what's going on right now.
What about individual artists that you might work with, or that you know what I'm saying, you want to give them a little spotlight while you're here?
Other artists, let's see.
It could be anybody, you know. You have to work with them a lot, but you know, anybody you can work with, period.
Say Superbad.
Superbad?
Superbad.
Okay. Church Booty.
Yeah, Mr. I'd say Superbad, man. Most definitely Superbad.
Okay. All right. Church Booty was a good one right there.
Yeah, he got some new work coming too. It's pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's a genius, actually.
Definitely looking forward to it, man. Out of all the songs that you've ever done, if there's one song that lives inside of your head rent free, what song would that be?
F.U.B.
F.U.B. So that one just landed hard.
Yeah, F.U.B.
Okay. Alright.
Most definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those songs that you can look back at it and say it's iconic in, you know what I'm saying, in your career. Do we have any like I'm gonna say visual projects coming forward that we can go to your Animal Alston's YouTube and subscribe and watch?
Yeah, so the Grown Folks Minutes was going to be coming up next.
Okay.
Most definitely, you better hear all that. You know, the different songs that I've done over the years. You better hear that as well.
Okay.
With different artists.
All right.
Yeah, you better.
So now all that's gonna be on your YouTube channel?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. So do you have any shows coming up, or any more interviews like this that you're doing, or any interviews you've done you want to kind of let people know, like, hey, go check me out. I was here, there, and a little bit everywhere.
Most definitely. I've done Spit City.
Mm-hmm.
That was real dope.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it with me and my brother. Me and Heavy.
I seen that one.
Yeah, that was dope. Let's see. That's pretty much it.
Oh no, I ain't gonna let you slide on this one, bro. We was on the show together.
That's right.
Carolina State of Mind.
There you go. Carolina State of Mind was the first one. Right, Carolina State of Mind.
So you basically done ran the gamut as far as like media shows around here.
Right.
So what do you think about this new movement that's kind of like sliding into its own spot, saying trap versus everybody? What do you think about that?
I think that's a great business move.
For sure.
I think it's time for Sanford to do something. There's a lot of talent. I think it's time for Sanford to do something, time to make some noise, the right kind of noise.
Right.
Instead of killing each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? I always push the positive things. I love seeing that. I love that.
Okay. Well, I definitely gonna be there, and so if you can make it out, I would love to see you there.
Yes, sir.
If you can, I know you're gonna be there in spirit. It's just like me, some things I can't make, but I'm still there in spirit.
That's it.
For sure. Dang, that was loud.
Yeah, them cars, bro. It's the one bad thing about the hood, the freaking
the cars.
The Charger boys. Now it's a group of Chargers, baby.
Yeah. You're rolling.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Alright, you good.
Alright.
Go ahead, y'all were talking about
the
documentary.
The documentary. Before you came on, we was kind of like talking about a documentary. You mentioned that.
Yes, sir.
What's the documentary about, and then what's the name?
Slam Dunk Savage.
Okay.
Slam Dunk Savage. I started dunking when I was 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So my goal was every day, if I can dunk 10 feet, I can dunk 11 feet. If I can dunk 11 feet, I can dunk 12 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept working hard every day. And one day, Michael Gary put the goal up 12 feet on Midland Avenue. Never forget it.
Wowza.
He said, go get it. Went up there, hung in the air for a while. I almost pulled the goal off that thing. So then there I knew that basketball was my thing.
Right.
I never left the house without my b-ball, my tape recorder for the music. Never left the house without it. So that's the original way. That's the original way it was going at the time.
Okay.
And the Animal Alston, through that time frame, people know when they see me, what's up, Animal? And they talking about what I used to do my thing back in the day. So that's where the documentary is coming from. There's a lot of people that's going to be on there, coaches, friends, family, that know the story. And I feel that everybody should tell their story. Everybody has a story. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, you know, they say I'm the blacktop legend, so
okay.
there wasn't nothing I couldn't do.
All right.
You know, so most definitely that's where it come from.
Now, you know I have to ask you, how far can you, because look, now I would ask Mike this if he was on here. How far do you think you can get now? Can you still yank it, or we just touching the rim?
I still don't.
Okay.
Most definitely still don't.
All right.
Yeah, I can still bounce.
Man, okay, I believe you. I believe you. I can't question that now, the way you said it right there. Yeah. So we're gonna see highlights in the documentary.
Working on some footage.
You okay?
Working on some footage. You know, back
Acquiring
then.
some footage. Yeah.
You gonna snap it though. You know what I'm saying? Word of mouth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Right.
Most definitely that. We working on it.
All right. Okay. And is that the team at AMI, or is it a collective, something that you put together?
It's gonna be an AMI thing.
It's gonna be an AMI thing.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Y'all always stay working together.
Got to, man. Got to.
Strong.
Yeah, that's family all day.
Right. So I'm glad we got that question in there, man.
Yes,
I hate I missed it. Charge it to my mind, not to my heart. And
Yeah,
what
you
they say
good.
in church. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, we gonna wrap it up.
Gotcha.
All right.
Jump out your body, get your ass whooped twice. I promise you these knockers ain't nothing nice. Yeah, it's all about the cash. I don't have time to tell you twice. Jump out your body, get your ass whooped twice. I promise you these knockers ain't nothing nice. Yeah, it's all about the cash. I don't have time to tell you twice. No money, use a damn lie. Short on my Skrilla, you thinking about running, nigga? Don't you see these animals surround you? Pistol whipping, break jaws, next lead that back and shoulder on his bird chest. The game's over. Tell that pussy nigga, please to move over. Never comfortable. What the hell these funky losers thinking? My super street ways fucking never sinking. The power needs me, my team feeds me. It's all about the money table. I stay able, getting hard cash, incredible. Stuffed in my Everlast. No, I'm never last. Always the first. On the first, pay attention to who the streets chose first. Gotta be the raw in the building, crash dummies, we never losing. Fully equipped Chevy, 83 chocolate dip, the best of nothing suckers. My harvest is the smartest, my harvest go retarded. I let the rest go the hardest, you see you started it. That's what drivers introduce ass whooping to the game. You see the motherfucking flame, burn the roof down, turn the club out. Yeah, we own it. Fuck they pussies out. While the rest of the world be jumping on it. Jump out your body, get your ass whooped twice. I promise you these knockers ain't nothing nice. Yeah, it's all about the cash. I don't have time to tell you twice. Jump out your body, get your ass whooped twice. I promise you these knockers ain't nothing nice. Yeah, it's all about the cash. I don't have